But here we are, we're back to the men's Masters. And we have Ronan McCarthy taking on the great Tom Cousins. This, of course, is quarter-final stage. Race to 8. We haven't seen Ronan in the deep part of the tournament for a little while. He seems to have found a bit of form. The man from Northern Ireland. Cousins with his immaculate break. He's gone back to a front ball again. He did start off at the pro event just over a week ago. He switched and started playing this huge cut break that won him the first event. He just seems to have changed back again. He's electing to take the yellows.
Yellow balls in play.
Landed a little bit awkward for Tom there. So he's going up to the top left. And he's missed it. Well, I guess to give Ronan McCarthy some encouragement. He's left him on a good chance of going out here as well. We always say this is handy because Cousins there, as you look at him, he broke. When he breaks and pots the ball, more times than not, he runs the frame out. Ronan didn't want to end up stuck to that red, but he has options at the top of the table though. Well, both players making uncustomary misses at the start of this World Masters quarter-final.
I saw that from out in the arena.
Did they say they threw you out of the arena?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm still catching my breath after that last ladies match. That was an unbelievable standard.
It was indeed. Just goes to show how strong the women's game's getting. Just a simple couple of balls now for Cousins. Ronan will be annoyed because he could have nicked that frame there off the Cousins break. Steely-eyed Northern Ireland captain. And it is Cousins who parks the 8 ball to lead 1-0.
Some years of experience in that arena between the two of them.
Break 2. Ronan McCarthy to break. Turn by 1 break.
McCarthy to break. Generally what happens is you'll have McCarthy will go dry after having that chance on Cousins' break. And there you go. I read the script. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I thought yellow was just going to catch me out in the middle.
Amazing how often that happens.
Look at those reds in the middle of the table, Nick.
So predictable. I mean, it's an absolute dot-to-dot finish. You can play the red off the yellow to middle and clear the pocket, which opens it up for the one that's just above. And he's away. Just like that.
Red balls in play.
Yeah, I won't blink too much here. This is going to be 2-0 in rapid fire fashion.
Red to top left. Hold the position for the one next to the 8 ball.
I think with a finish like this, you've got so many options in so many ways you could go around this, and they're all probably correct. It's just how you feel. I'm just going to take the red next to the black now. That's a given.
Yeah, I mean, if he just drops it in and holds position again, he's got the one to right centre, and then the one to left centre to come down the table. Take your pick.
Go down the bottom corner. Yeah, I like this route. Roll through a little bit here. Pop the one into top right. Leave yourself pretty straight on. The last red will be in the middle, and just screw back a couple of inches. Black top left. Okay. I thought you'd just roll through there and left himself completely straight on this, but there's no problem. Just has to ping it off the rail now. He'll change his mind probably. Will he come round the back of the black? Or will he just drop this in and play black top right? Top right it is. And the machine, that is Top Cat, is now 2-0 up in a matter of a few minutes against Ronan McCarthy.
This, of course, a quarter-final match. The other 3 quarter-finals due to get underway at 4 p.m. Jordan Shepherd versus John McAllister. Carl Sutton versus Greg Batten. Chip McCartney will play Will Osborne, who's beaten Zach Shepherd.
I think that was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it, that game?
Yeah, went on for a long while. Shows the cream rises though, doesn't it? I mean, look at that lineup. Full of pros.
Red balls in play.
Uh-oh. Bad news for McCarthy. And like quite a few before him, the mistakes start to add up against Tom Cousins.
You can go side cushion just into the red. I mean, he's not going to be able to hide anything, but at least he can make it tough for Tom. Oh, he's tried to bend it round. As I say, makes it tough for Tom, because Tom doesn't have a simple opener. He's got the one long to top left, but cueing over the red ball, that's a very tough shot. Not forced into attacking from here, so he's going to the top of the table to see where he'd like to leave the cue ball. He's got a line through to the ball on the far right hand side on the cushion, so he could move that one. Oh, clever little loss of turn.
Yeah, all he's left there for McCarthy is a plant into that right hand centre. Should it go? I mean, it's tight anyway, but I think it does sneak in into the far jaw. I can't see any of the shot. There's no back double with the red, so I think he's going to have to take this on. There's obviously no containing shot anywhere. Cousins' yellows are all in the open. He's actually looking at playing red onto yellow. So the 3-ball cannon and cannon of red into that right hand centre pocket. And he's missed it. And all he's achieved there is just parking those 2 reds out the way of Tom Cousins' yellows. Not a routine finish, but the form this man's in, nothing is impossible.
Fairly straightforward pattern here now. You can see the way he's planned to go. He's showing you now. That's his next ball. And then just work your way up the table. Just about keeping a good cue ball. You can play this off the red if he so desires. The red's just slightly above the pocket, but acts as a good guide. Play it with a little bit of pace and it will score out the yellow. But I think it just drops in, to be honest. Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Yeah. Where's that red going? That's okay. Well, does the 8? Yeah, the 8 still passes to bottom left. He was just taking a look at that now.
Goes in the centre pocket as well.
Yeah. Slightly bigger angle here, but I think he can just hold. He can use top cushion if he wants, but I think he can just hold. He uses the knuckle. Not sure if that was in the plan. I think it probably was.
Put a little bit more force into this yellow than probably he'd have liked. Can't just roll this in. He wants to punch this one out a bit just to get on the yellow down the bottom to leave himself a nice shot to get down for the black into the centre.
just slightly off straight. Runs the cue ball through. Fairly straightforward 8-ball to give Tom Cousins a 3-frame advantage in this race to 8. One-way traffic at the moment. Ronan needs to get a foothold in this game. To be fair to Ronan, he's not really come to the table with a really nice layout yet. It's always been a kind of sticky, ugly finish with work to do. He normally thrives off those kind of frames.
Yeah. Ronan with it all to do.
So Ronan needs to start here. Not with that break set.
No, once again, hand to table to Cousins. Quite a unique tournament this, isn't it, Nick? Because you have this open draw every round. So nobody knows who's got who. After this, these quarterfinals will be another draw for the semis. Did he do a draw in the final?
Quite possibly. Put everyone back in the mix and just draw 2 out of the hat.
Yeah. And this tournament will be concluded tonight along with the women's final, which will come later. We come back on air at 6 with the men's semi-final. That will be followed by the women's final and then the men's final later tonight.
There was a reluctance from Tom. I think Tom was comfortable in his chair there because there was almost a reluctance to get up. He was thinking, "Oh, I'm comfy. Just not one in, Ronan. Give me a rest."
I think he's quite happy at the table, to be fair.
He won't be happy.
Ronan looks on.
I'm not sure he'll be happy with that shot. What's he got here? Very thin clip to middle. Hampered cueing. He's almost got to cut it back. Cue ball's tracking too. Played it with side as well. Oh.
Well,
A little bit too thin that one, Tom.
yeah, well, when you're playing with right hand side as he's digging down there, as you strike the ball, it will push to the left slightly, and what he's done there is just sort of dragged. He knows what himself like. It's a bit of a schoolboy error for Tom there.
Yeah. And he's with Ronan having ball in hand is a great advantage because he goes straight after that tough red on the right hand cushion. He should be away. He just needs to get this one out. It comes out of a fashion. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, this is Ronan's best chance of the match. Everything clear and in the open.
I think Tom did that on purpose. As I say, he wanted a rest. He just wants to sit there and watch Ronan for 5 minutes.
I don't think he does. I think he'd rather leave Ronan sat in his chair for the entire match.
Didn't quite come far enough. He's just okay. Yeah, he may take the one to middle now and come back for that red. He was targeting the one near his hand as the next ball, but he's on it perfectly now. I say perfect, yeah, he's he's a touch straight, but he can screw back off the side cushion, or I think he can probably just pinch it and punch the ball at the table. Side cushion it is. If he draws the cue ball back to pretty much where he is now, got a nice angle just to play the red to top left and come one cushion across for the 8 ball. It's come further, that's too far.
He's okay.
He is okay, yeah, he is okay. It was just, he seemed to just be giving it a concerned look. Going this way, he doesn't need to use a cushion. I thought he'd just come too far and it would.
It's a much needed frame here for Ronan McCarthy. Should he slot this black in? In it goes, and McCarthy pulls one back. That's a rare Tom Cousins mistake there, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't get many. You have to take advantage when you get them.
Having a little laugh and joke with the crowd, Tom Cousins. Nicky Carhill there in the background. He was in the original Irish team I played in 1993. He's here with the over 60s from Ireland, from County Wexford. Over the water. Good man. Come over and brought his wife with him as well, so it's sort of a holiday and a bit of pool on the quiet as well. Nick, you'll give him some advice. Wealth of experience there, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I think Ronan's just stepped out for a moment, so Tom just doing the same. We'll be back with the action in just a few
years.
Yeah, it should be a few moments. Can't see this taking too long. As I say, I think it's just a Ronan McCarthy bathroom break.
Well, Ronan's just returning. He just came past our commentary position and shaking his head. I said, "You're right, mate." Shaking the head. His great mate Declan Brenner went out earlier. So his defence came to an end. Losing to Jake McCartney.
Well, there's another
the Aussie.
There's another rare moment. Tom Cousins trying to break.
Yeah, a nice layout as well again.
There's a bit of work to do though, isn't there? But the yellows to the right hand side. You can pop one of those. Oh, just let the cue ball go. And then that's. I mean, I think he's still on one to the middle, but that's a bit unforgivable because he hit that way too thin. Let the cue ball run. He was hoping to play the yellow that he's closest to, just below the cue ball, cushion first and off the red. Opens up the pocket for everything. He's still going to play it. Cue ball's going to be moving. He can just hold on the yellow. How is it? Not too bad.
Yeah, well worked out there by McCarthy.
Good chance now to pull another one back. The yellow to the top left is guarded by the red below it, but if you get on the cushion, then you can use that as your second last ball, your second last yellow, to then play the one to the right. I mean, he's on it now, but I don't think you play it now.
He's just got to pull this ball in, push the one into the middle. He needs to get reasonably straight, just a tiny angle. Play the other one into the other middle, cue ball to the side, left-hand side rail.
It's going to be near the cushion. Should still be okay. He can just top this through.
Even if he wasn't, even if he dropped short, it'll be close enough where he could even just play cushion first and drop that yellow in. So this is no problem at all. It'd be, put it this way, it's like missing an open goal if he doesn't get this frame.
Oh, cue ball, Ronan. Cue ball. He's snookered. He's snookered by the knuckle. I think he is snookered by the knuckle, and that's unforgivable. Wow.
Just gone a tad too far. Not sure if you can get to the yellow that's next to the black now, but yeah, loose one there from Ronan. Just when I said this finishes like an open goal at football, then Ronan plays that.
He's going to try and bend it.
Well, this can go wrong. This slides first. If you could click the red. No, he's played it well. Well, it's not got in.
How is that not dropped?
I don't know.
You think if you get the yellow, I mean, Ronan's looking at it thinking exactly the
Tell you
same
what,
thing.
Cousins now plays that red, screws back and knocks in Ronan's ball for the loss of turn.
Yeah.
Your match will be in the Queens once we've got your opponent.
Ronan looking on. Have a look at this little swerve shot.
Controlled it really well, didn't he? Because I mean, he had to just
hit far jaw.
almost shave that red on the way past. There was very little room to get through.
Tom's got to get cue up and try and pinch this cue ball back right. So screen back into the yellow, lost turn.
Just to make sure. Oh, he played that really well. There was a danger that the cue ball could have followed the red in, but played it nicely. And well, here we go.
Also, everybody's got the cue up in the air now.
Yeah.
The new fashion here in Blackpool. Not that time, Ronan.
No.
He's not connected with that properly. It's just slid across the table. And well, that's an absolute killer for Ronan McCarthy if Cousins goes out here, because he's aiming a long way wide of this.
He really is.
He's lucky he didn't just clip and pot the black. That would of course been loss of frame.
The other three quarter-finals are just getting underway. All the players have just been called. So as they progress, we'll keep an eye on the score lines. You saw Tom place the cue ball on the right-hand side cushion to try and take that one awkward ball that he's got over there. Oh, doing it beautifully. Places the cue ball on the one to top. Finds the perfect angle to nudge it out. And he's away again. This one will quickly be 4-1. That's fairly safe to say. Tom just quietly going about his business, deep in both events, the Masters and the World Championships. Still causing a problem for every opponent that he comes up against. Can anybody beat him? such a dominant force over the last couple of years.
And in goes the black. Cousins now 4-1 in front against the man from Northern Ireland. Ronan there will be absolutely kicking himself. Should have been 3-2. Concern on the face of McCarthy. A normal relaxed pose from Tom Cousins on the left. As Ronan collects his break cue in anticipation of the next frame. Here we go. You start to feel now this is must get balls off breaks here now, McCarthy. Cannot keep going dry, and he's going to go dry. Cue ball very close to the corner. Well, if Tom Cousins can get through to one of those yellows into the centre, I think we're going to see 5-1. Having a real hard time out there with his break at the moment, Ronan. Can Tom Cousins get through? I think he can. Through the gap of black and yellow. Hits that other yellow, quite a big pocket as well. It's cued very flat, so I think it's just a straight pot. Yes, it is. And that spells danger for Ronan McCarthy. It is a race to 8, but how many people have pegged Cousins back from trailing by 4?
Yeah, not many. The break's just so big. And that's the problem when you're playing against him. You need chances.
I think you need to be 3 up early doors against him. It's one of them players. If I was playing him, I think, right, if I don't win the first couple of frames, I've had it, because at some point my break's not going to be as good as his. And he's just going to get more chances than me, and he doesn't miss them. That's the thing. Either that or just sit there and start throwing things at him when he's playing. What do you do with him? This is perfect for TC. These two balls now. Top Cat, the indisputable leader of the gang. Did you ever watch that? Did you back in the day, Nick? You smiling there? I know you like your cartoons.
I don't remember it. I remember my mum telling me about it. But
Your mum telling you about it.
I think I'm a bit.
What an absolute load of tripe!
I think I'm a bit too young.
You're too young. Wow. You were knocking about when everybody's running around on horseback, mate. Never mind about that.
Officer Dibble.
5-1 Cousins.
It's relentless.
Yep.
It's relentless from the Top Cat. Just keeps doing what he does. Just brushing aside opponents one after another. It's like they just run into a brick wall against him. And he just marches on. I mean, if you ever wanted to see a contrast in emotions, Ronan just looks a bit dejected. Tom fidgeting, getting his cue
He looks like a
ready.
man, Ronan, there, that he's flicking through the TV channels in his room and all he's got is a test card to look at.
I don't remember what they are either.
Yeah, right. You were in it.
Yeah.
Cuddling that dolly or whatever it was.
Brutal break.
Another Cousins wallop.
And he's got an angle from his first yellow to break open the pack, break open the problem. And away he goes again.
They look radio controlled, those yellows, the way they sort of, the reds got out of the way of them all.
Yeah. Plant to middle. Needs to be made.
I don't like that shot.
I think it's just because he's a little bit thin on the one to top left, and the cue ball's going to be tracking towards those two yellows, and he doesn't know where they're going to go. So, and he had the little red below the pocket, which helped.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
helped.
It was a guide. Now he's on the one to bottom right, pretty straight. I mean, he could elect to top through and take the one at the bottom of the
Think he
table
would.
now.
I certainly would.
Yeah. One of the harder balls on the table to get on, and how well has he played that? Just
Pretty good.
cued it beautifully.
He's not even bothered looking at his next shot. He knows he's in absolute A1 position.
Couldn't have played that any better. And now he's in full flow. He's flying around the table. Falling out of position slightly, but
To say he just overcooked that, but this isn't going to cause him any problems.
yeah, even when he plays a bad positional shot, he's on it. I mean, we're literally just picking hairs because, or splitting hairs because.
Well, neither of us got many on our heads.
No, that's true. There's not many left. I've split all mine.
Ronan just, well, he'd rather look at the matches going on the outside tables and
Yeah.
watch the destruction that's happening in front of him.
Yeah. Brutal. No other way to describe it, really.
Just a wrecking machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Familiar poses.
And, you know, I mean, even if Ronan gets chances, it's hard to muster up, because in his mind, you know, he's already thinking, get back to the room, cup of tea, start again. It's just mentally you're almost writing this one off already. I mean, Ronan's one of those old campaigners. He'll never give up. But
Well, I'll tell you what, leading into tomorrow, which is the men's world team shootout, these two might be at head-to-head there, because I believe Wales played Northern Ireland.
wow.
And both of these guys are on the team.
Oh,
Well, a ball for Ronan.
yeah. I wouldn't be apologising for that, Ronan. I mean, you deserve that.
I just wouldn't apologise for any ball off a break. I don't care.
You
I'm trying
deserve
to
that.
smash the balls as hard as I can to make a ball in a pocket. I'm not going to every time. Crikey, I'll be saying sorry every 2 minutes. Well, McCarthy electing for the yellows.
Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not bad at all. It's just about the order you take them in, isn't it? It's the two yellows that are just above the cue ball now. He has to take the right one of the two first, you feel. Because because that then lends itself to the one to the left of it to middle.
See, this is like, it sounds familiar for Ronan. This, I mean, because he's one of the legends of the game. He's won it all pretty much. And for him to take a hiding, you know, in the mentality. Because when I was playing, Ronan, obviously Ronan was playing as well. And nobody gave Ronan. If anybody beat Ronan, it was, you know, by the odd frame and they'd have to really play out of their skin because he's such a hard player to play against, real tough competitor. You know, and I look at that score and it sort of dazzles me, thinking, wow, Ronan McCarthy 6-1 down. But then you look at how good Cousins is, and it's mind-boggling.
Yeah. He's got a nice pattern here. He's gone about them well. Cuban's been on the string. Just needs a little angle. He'll probably just pretty much stop this dead, maybe just stun back an inch. So he can come up table.
Well, he's digging down this one.
Yeah, I think he
Just himself a little angle.
Just come back literally just an inch. There you go. Just almost stops dead. Maybe just comes back half an inch just to... Just got the right angle now, just to stun past the red. Just to the left-hand side of the 8 ball. Ooh, didn't expect that.
No, because he's caught. He didn't expect to catch the red.
No.
I'm sure of that. I thought you explained the shot perfectly. That's exactly what was going through that gap, and I think he didn't think he was going to brush the side of that red. And I mean, he's still okay, but it certainly made it a bit harder.
Oh, he's missed.
Yeah, and that's... Do you know what? I actually thought he was going to miss that, even though I said he's still okay. But you look at it, I thought, because of the way this match has gone and his demeanour and what's going through his head, he was probably looking at it thinking, oh, I'm going to go and miss this now, because that would probably be going through my head if I'm playing like Ronan or having this happen to me sort of thing.
Yeah. It just looks like he wants to be out of the arena, doesn't he?
And is it the first time today that we've seen somebody play Tom Cousins who seemed to want to be out of the arena? Been a couple. It's just demoralising playing him.
Yeah.
You know, they all turn up with high hopes. You know, full of the joys of spring and all of that, and you get there and say, right, I'm going to give it my best shot, and then they just sat there 3-0 down thinking, why did I even bother turning up?
Yeah. I mean, Ronan certainly won't be thinking this way, but it's almost, they used to call it the Mick Hill effect, didn't they? You know, Mick was already 2-3 frames ahead before they'd even started because of who he was, and people were intimidated by him. Ronan definitely won't be in that situation, but it's now becoming the Tom Cousins effect, because Tom is kind of taking that mantle. Nobody wants to play him. You know, you'd never relish seeing him in your draw. It's just such a tough game. You've got to play your absolute best and him not be on his best, and that's the only way you can get past him. And that's tough.
Sounds a little bit different now. I wanted to play him because I wanted to be the one that beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like an achievement. It's like climbing Everest sort of thing.
Yeah.
Not that you'll see me do that in the near future. Unless you're my guide, Nick. Mind you, the height of you probably get halfway up there anyway. 85 foot tall, Nick.
The perfect line from Tom.
Cousins gets on the hill. 7-1 now. One away from a place in tonight's semi-final.
Pure domination.
Around the grounds in the other quarterfinals, John McAllister's leading 2-1 against Jordan Shepherd. Carl Sutton 2-0 up against Greg Batten, and Will Osborne and Jake McCartney are locked at 1 apiece. Get you up to date there. So those matches started a little later than this one, so that's why they're a few frames behind. So there'll be a very interesting draw later. That semi-final, barring some sort of miracle, this man's name will be in it. You guarantee the other 3 that qualify won't want to hear their name next to his. There's Cousins dry breaks.
How? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, so much power. Absolutely flushes that front ball. Cue ball just hops up into the air.
I can tell you tonight's scheduling for the semi-final will be 6 p.m. tonight. So after this we will have a little break and then back for the men's semi-final at 6. Then we'll have the ladies' final, which will be at 7:30 roughly, between Harriet Haynes and Colette Henriksen. And then 9 p.m. we will have the men's final. And that will be our lineup this evening.
You feel for Ronan, he's just adding respectability to the scoreboard here. You feel that the game has already gotten away from him. He won't be giving up on it yet, but there's not too many people that makes a comeback against Tom Cousins. 7-1 down.
Well, see, the thing is, you just know he's going to break and finish somewhere on it. There's too many frames.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronan. Well, it's...
The focus isn't there, is it? It's just not the kind of desire went out the game a couple of frames ago. I think in terms of this one, it's almost just like a resignation. I mean, actually, I think he's left. I think
Three-ball plant?
He's left a 3-ball plant at the bottom of the table.
I'll tell you, because the two yellows are set together, even if it isn't set, you can make that plant. However, Cousins quite happy to take this long cut up the rail.
Yeah, it was a fiddly little opener.
That's a bit short.
Yeah, he might have to take that plant now.
I bit wish he took it now. Well, he took it earlier, I mean.
Yeah. I think he's forced into it. There's nothing else.
I don't know, unless he can get to the ball at the bottom cleanly. Might be just a little edge stuck out of that.
Yeah, maybe. You're right. Good spot. I think there is. That's no good though.
No. They want to be touching ball here.
Referee
seem
doesn't
so.
call it.
Touching ball would have made it nice and easy. You could have just played off a couple of cushions, just parked him behind the yellow over here near the black.
Yeah.
Try and just feather through this yellow. Take the cue ball into the side row because he has to hit a cushion after contact. And bring the cue ball back and park them behind these two yellows again.
Clever.
Terrible touch, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, for a big man.
Yeah, that's brilliant shot.
Clumsy.
Time running.
Yeah, incredible touch he's got. It's not just all about the big break in the potting. He's got the whole game.
That should be
More
good.
misery for Ronan.
Yeah.
And I think that should probably be it.
Yeah.
Time running.
I think that's the last shot he's going to play. Tom Cousins will put him out of his misery. But Ronan will be back. He's
Well, he'll be back tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Sorry, tomorrow afternoon,
Yeah.
shall I say, with his Northern Irish team. They're still in, obviously, the World Championships. They haven't finished all the group games there, and they're going very, very well, Northern Ireland, in that, I might add. That comes in a couple of days' time when we resume proceedings.
obviously Ronan lifted the world title a couple of years ago. Still a wonderful competitor in his own right, but it's not going to be for him in the Masters. Tom Cousins will march on with a convincing win.
This simple 8-ball for an 8-1 victory for Tom Cousins, and the first man into tonight's semi-final of the World Masters. is top cat, Tom Cousins. A fantastic performance from the Welshman.